What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's up, Big Dre? Appreciate you joining. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Definitely appreciate y'all joining. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, April the 25th, 2025. Friday the 25th, April 25th. How's everybody doing out there? What's up, Livington? What's up, Wandering Willow? What's up, Scott? Yes, we're gonna talk about that CME, that CME money coming to the markets. I'm doing great, man. Doing great on this good old Friday. The weather is heating up down south, so you know, you can enjoy some of this good weather this weekend. So hopefully y'all do the same wherever you're at. What's up, Frozen? Appreciate you joining. What's up, Hamid? Shout out to y'all. We're gonna get into it. I ain't gonna be too long today. Gonna get pretty much be brief. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully y'all are hanging in there. Let's go ahead and come over to the let's come over to the crypto matrix right quick. All right. Gonna get straight to it. We got price action going on for some assets, not all assets. XRP currently trading at $2.18. XLM kind of on the move, kind of acting like it want to break out, but it's not breaking out, but it's at 28 cents. XDC at 7 cents. We got HBAR, 19 cents. Bitcoin on the move, 95,000. We got Ethereum just below 1,800. It's at 1793. We got Algo, 22 cents. Solana, $151. And shout out to the entire crypto market. But we're going to focus on these derivatives today. What's up, Shy Swag? What's up? What's up? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if y'all are interested in learning how to learn TA. That's going to go right hand in hand with the these futures products that's coming to the market. It's going to go right hand in hand with these futures products. So that's why y'all need to go ahead and develop this skill set. And once these products release, I'm going to be trading these products. And I'm most likely going to be doing it live. And I might even make it exclusive for my Patreon members, you know, give those signals. So not only you hold the digital assets, you can also be profiting and hedging against them, with them. Let's go ahead and look at the economic calendar. We only have a few more days left in April. Let me zoom in a little bit. So today is April the 25th, Friday. Happy Friday. It's the end of the week. I'm not expecting much to end this week, and even to close April. I'm not expecting much to close out the month of April. Then again, we could see some sparks, but what I'm seeing right now in the market, we're starting to see just a little bit of volatility pick up. There's been a little bit of volatility with all the sentiment coming out, all the great fundamental news. We might be setting up for a possible explosive May. So I'm gonna look into it here in a second. It's the end of the week. Let's go ahead and forecast out to next week. See what kind of economic news we have going into the last week of April. May 1st begins on Thursday, next Thursday. So this is the economic calendar going into next week. We got a very high impact news week. Expect a lot of volatility. One of the protocols that I use is we don't trade on non-farm payrolls for us traders. So we have non-farm payroll days next week on Wednesday. We got PMI, unemployment claims, and a lot of high impact news happening next week. So when I see weeks like this, I'm less active in the market. I don't really get in there and try to capture moves as far as trading. I'm less active because there's a lot of manipulation going on in the market. So we can anticipate that going into next week. And then let's go ahead and forecast to that first week of May. First week of May. First week of May is not next week. The first week of May for me in the markets will be the 4th through the 10th in the crypto market. So let's go ahead and look at that week. And as you can see, that week, we got federal funds rates on Wednesday, May the 7th. So what y'all think? They're going to raise the interest rates or are they going to lower the interest rates? Y'all let me know in the chat. And then also we got some PMI data and FOMC meetings. So we could see some volatility pick up, but near the end of the week right there, the 7th, I'm going to reduce my expectations. And just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and forecast out to the 11th through the 17th. On the 11th through the 17th, we got CPI data, got a lot of high impact news in there. When you see these high impact news events on the economic calendar, this is when they inject liquidity into the market and bring volatility to the market. So we can anticipate certain price moves as traders. Y'all might not be using this now if you're a long-term investor, but if y'all ever decide to learn how to be traders, this economic calendar is it's a guide for us. It's a tour guide for us to forecast into the future on what we can expect in the market. So that's why I always refer to it. Let's go ahead and go to the let me see right quick. Let's go over here and come to XRP. Let's go take a look at XRP. And this is a 3-month time frame. XRP on the 3-month time frame. On the 3-month time frame, we still have a ways to go to complete this candle, but I gave y'all 2 scenarios that I wanted to see. First of all, we got 2 months and 6 days left to complete this candle. The current candle that's trading, we have 2 months and 6 trading days left. I give y'all 2 scenarios when it came to this discount below the market that I have highlighted, which is a fair value gap. I gave y'all 2 scenarios. I said, hey, either smart money will drive it down here into this discount and we hang down here for several months. That was scenario 1. The next scenario was, hey, we either trade down here and offer a quick discount and move away from it. The more we move away from this highlighted gap below the market, the more bullish price is. Remember, price is algorithmic. These things repeat over and over again. But the more we move away from the fair value gap at discount, what is a fair value gap? It's a inefficiency in price. The algorithm was only bullish, only offering buying in one direction. This was 4th quarter 2024. They only offered buying in one direction and left this area in price inefficient. So what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to drop it down here to offer some type of efficiency. That's more technical terms. Join the Patreon. But we dropped it down there inside of the fair value gap, triggered limit orders, took out long buyers, people that was buying the market, especially on these unregulated exchanges. They had these unregulated exchanges have a lot of leverage trading going on, and a lot of those people taking high risk and they're holding on to trades too long. So what does smart money do? They drop the price down, liquidate them. Liquidate a lot of money in the billions of dollars being liquidated out the market. And at the same time, as they drop it down there, they reaccumulate the asset. And now we're at this moment right here in price. If y'all been following me for a while or just been keeping up with me, I always talk about how people always ask me, do you trade crypto? I'm talking about not buying the assets, the tokens. I'm talking about leverage trading. I always tell them no, because we're not in a regulated environment. When we become into a regulated environment, which we're starting to see now, CME futures, Coinbase futures, then I will become active in those markets, in these products. So we're not there yet. But that's XRP on the 3-month time frame. We dropped down the discount. They offered you a quick discount. They didn't stay down there long. We dropped down there. Now we're moving away. So from the 3-month, let's go down to the monthly. On the monthly time frame, we got 5 days left to complete the month of April. So let's see how we close. What do we do so far? We opened up this candle, the current candle. We opened up, we traded down. We took out the previous month's low, which was sell side liquidity. What's up, Daryl? Shout out to you. Okay, shout out to you. If you're working, if you miss anything, y'all can always go back and watch the live stream. I'm gonna try not to be too long today. I just want to get it in and get it out right quick. But what did we do so far this month? We have 5 days left in April. We dropped down. We took out the previous month's low, below old lows and above old highs. Those are where the pending orders are in the market. Those are algorithmic principles, algorithmic concepts. So if you don't know, now you don't know, sign up to the Patreon and learn this stuff. But we dropped down, took out the previous month's low, dropped down into this higher time frame fair value gap. We offered a discount. You can see how it rejected it, used it as support. And at one point, this candle, the current candle, was bearish as we traded down. That's when the sentiment was bearish, people was panicking, all that. But now we're back up, but we're really just holding price. Remember, I highlighted the previous month's candle, the wick. I highlighted that area in price. Let me see if I still got it highlighted. I highlighted that wick, and that is I don't have it highlighted, so let me draw it freehanded. I'm gonna take a Fibonacci from the opening price of the candle all the way up to the high. That is a premium ghost pool. There's specific levels that are hidden within wicks that we can trade to and refer to them. But we're just hanging inside of this range right here, inside of this wick. Now, on lower time frames, we're consolidating, and I'm gonna get into it here in a second. But right now, we're just holding. Right now, we're just 219. We're waiting for that monthly close. Remember, I'm not expecting much more to happen in the month of April. Now, when we open up in May, here in a few days, we got 5 days left. Let's see how we close April, open up in May, and see how the sentiment is. Is the volatility picking up? We're going to see. We're going to wait and see. And I'm just lowering my expectations, and we're going to wait till May if you're long-term thinking. Now, if we're looking at the market from a short-term perspective, there's always opportunities in the market, always. So from the monthly, let's drop down to the weekly. And if y'all just joined, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. On a weekly time frame, from the people that's been following, what market profile are we currently in? What's the current market profile? What's the current market profile for the people who have been following? Or if you know, you know. What's the current profile for XRP on the weekly time frame? I guess everybody's busy today. I guess everybody's at work. Let me get a quick roll call. I got 19 people in the building. Make sure y'all give me a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where y'all from. Let me get a quick roll call. City, state, country, region, whatever. We're in a consolidation. Shout out to you, Livington Hyman. We're not in a buy program. We are in a consolidation. I know what you're looking at, Hyman. You're looking at over here on the left. Yes, that is a clear buy program. Yeah, we in a buy program, but we're currently in a consolidation. We've been in consolidation for several weeks now, pretty much months. So expansion, remember, expansion, consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. That's the only thing that the market does as far as price action. These are generic patterns, generic things that repeat over and over and over again. So back here during the fourth quarter of 2024, we was pretty much in a consolidation, and then we went into an expansion in the fourth quarter. We did some retracing, and then the market switched profiles and went into a consolidation. What's up? What is it? Mudvayne. Shout out to BR, Louisiana. Shout out to BR. I might go out there tomorrow, so shout out to BR, Louisiana. Yes, we're in a consolidation. So inside of this consolidation, whenever the market is in a consolidation, what is it doing? It's constantly seeking liquidity. When the market is being held in a consolidation pattern or a consolidation profile, the market makers are just swinging the price from high to low. Shout out to the DMV in the building. Shout out to the DMV. The market is seeking liquidity from premium to discount, discount to premium on lower time frames. So you can see how the market dropped down. What we do, we drop down inside of this 3-month fair value gap. Shout out to Holland. We dropped down to this 3-month fair value gap, took out the sell side liquidity right here inside of a higher time frame discount. What's up, Tino? After we drop down the discount, that's the discount. Now the market has to seek some type of premium level. And what we did was we started taking out the previous week's highs. So look at the old highs above the market. We zoom in on price. We started taking out previous week's highs because that's where the pending orders are. It's not random that the price will go up to these highs, sweep them, and then retrace back lower inside of a range. And we got 2 trading days left to complete this candle. So in 2 trading days, this will complete the weekly candle, and then we'll roll over into the final week of April. So we need to take a little closer look. Let's get a little bit closer to XRP. From the weekly, we drop down to the daily. On the daily time frame, now as you drop down, you can start seeing those sell programs, buy programs. But what we're doing is we traded down the discount, smart money reaccumulated. Now we thinking short term. We're not thinking such long-term perspective when we are looking at that 6-month, 3-month, monthly. We're on a daily time frame. So I'm looking at short-term volatility when I'm on a daily time frame. If you're in the Patreon and you went through the lessons, this is in the time frame selection videos. Time frame selection. So first thing I notice is this right here. What is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is this? What is this right here? Anybody know? Shout out to y'all. If y'all just joined, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Shout out to you, Sneaky. Yes, you're correct. Fair value gap, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, etc. You can see how the market trades down into it. I don't even have it highlighted. Also, what else did we do? We traded up. You see these highs over here? We swept those highs. Buy side liquidity. Also, what is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. We're doing a lot of things right now in price, but I'm watching for bullish sentiment. I'm watching for institutional sponsorship. We need some liquidity to be injected to push price. There you go. This is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So, and then let me catch y'all with this one. What is this right here? Tell me what this is right here. What is this? I'm gonna see who gets it right. What is this right here? There's a lot of things that I don't have on my chart right now, but I'm gonna pull it up here just in a second. What is this? Going once. Going twice. Sell side liquidity? No, Hamid. Sign up for the Patreon, Hamid. No, it's not sell side liquidity. What is this right here? I'm waiting for somebody to get it. Anybody know? This is a fair value gap. But what kind of fair value gap? This is a fair value gap, but what kind of fair value gap? I guess nobody knows. So let me go ahead and pull it up for y'all. No, it's not a ghost pool. Not a ghost pool. This is a inversion fair value gap. This was a SIBI at one point. And then what did we do? We traded down to that higher time frame 3-month fair value gap in orange. You see that? We traded down there. And then what does the market do? It displaces higher. Some of y'all need to sign up for the Patreon, bro. We displace higher. And what did we do? We cut through the gap. What's up, Ryan? Appreciate you joining. We cut through the gap. This was a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. We traded down, higher time frame 3-month fair value gap, used it as support, traded up into the SIBI, and then we eventually cut through the SIBI, making it an inversion. All gaps, we don't ignore gaps. We can reuse fair value gaps at some point. We trade through it, cut through it, and then what do? We consolidate. We retrace back down inside of the gap and use what? The midway point. You see that midway point right there? That's a significant level of the fair value gap, or in this case, the inversion gap. We trade back down to it, midway point, use that as support, accumulation, boom, displacement higher. When we displace higher, we trade back up into this SIBI. Look at these levels that we're using them as support and resistance, and we're cutting through them. The market is consolidating. All kind of stuff is going on. But do you think it's random that the price will trade to these specific levels and bounce off them, cut through them, use them as support, use them as resistance? Okay, so once we got this, see this inversion, we traded down at this inversion. The market went into a consolidation inside of the inversion gap because institutions was accumulating inside of this gap. That's why it went into consolidation, because it was they was accumulating at a discount. Consolidation, and then what? Expansion. Boom, we had that expansion candle just like that. We trade higher into a premium. So look, discount, premium. All the market does is go to discount to premium, premium to discount. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. It seeks liquidity, and it also looks to seek inefficiency, fill in inefficiencies and gaps in the market. Take that down in your notes. How many times I got to say that? Write that down, or if you don't want to write it down, sign up to the Patreon. But we trade up into this premium, and then what does it do? Goes back down to a discount. Is it random that it trades specifically at these levels that I asked y'all prior to me highlighting what they were? Trades back down inside of this fair value gap. Yes, we can cut through them, but look where it closed at. It closed just above it. And then this candle, which is today's candle, Friday's candle, we traded back down there. So now we're at a critical point. Remember, on that monthly, in that 3-month time frame, we are waiting for the month of April to close, and I want to see how we enter May. We're waiting for April to close, and I want to see how May opens. So let me do this split screen. On the left side of my screen is the daily. On the right side of my screen, I'm gonna go out to the monthly. So remember, you got to stick to higher time frame order flow. The higher time frame has more significant influence over price. So whatever you're doing on that lower time frame, you must understand what the higher time frame is doing. It's a sequence. It is coded. The markers are a matrix. They're fractal. I don't know how many more terms to throw at y'all. I don't know how many more terms to throw at y'all. So make sure y'all are paying attention to these terms that I am highlighting. So I'm in sync with the higher time frame on the right side of my chart. The higher time frame is the monthly time frame. On the left side of my chart is the daily. So whatever I'm looking for, you see how we drop down on the left? We drop down into that fair value gap. So what does that look like on the right side of my screen? Over here on the higher time frame, we opened up right here and we traded down. As we trade lower, from a fractal perspective on the daily, that's what it looks like on the left side of my screen. We drop down, they offered a discount. On the left side of my screen, we displace higher, consolidate. Now, that's why I say XRP is at a pivotal point, because I want to see sponsorship, institutions come in and push price higher. And if we start getting that, we have hidden levels on the right side of my screen. We got those hidden levels that's inside of that wick right there. On the left side of my screen, we got a ton of buy side liquidity that they left behind in the market. So let's go ahead and pull up the liquidity pools, which is previous days highs and lows, previous weeks highs and lows. So look at all the liquidity that smart money has left behind in the market, which I've had this stuff in my charts since back in January. All these things in my charts above the price, I have left behind in my charts. I have not removed them. I highlight them and then I save my charts, because the algorithm is going to want to refer back to them at some point. The algorithm is going to want to refer back to these levels at some point. So right now we're at a pivotal moment. I'm not going to go down intraday right now, because after the daily, anything below the daily time frame is intraday price action. I'm going to reserve that for now because I want to get into some other things. So let's come over here to the news. Let's come over to some news. As y'all know, who's been following me for months now? A lot of y'all been following me since December, October, November, last November. Some of y'all just came in February, March. But I've always came to the CME website. And let me do some, let me pull this up right quick. I got to pull up some information. But who all has been following me, keeping up with me, tracking y'all and telling y'all, hey, the CME. I always come to the CME because I've been trying to put y'all on to futures trading. Shout out to you, Hamid. You said you've been following from the beginning. So if you've been following me from the beginning, you should already know. I got to pull up ChatGPT right quick. 1 second. Because I had pulled up some notes. I wanted to pull this up right quick. Let me bring it over. Nah, that ain't it. Or is it? Yeah, that's it. So I just go to ChatGPT because ChatGPT does a great job of just getting straight to the point. What did I ask ChatGPT? So I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, how much money does the CME group handle per year and daily? Give me comprehensive details. Let's talk about the CME's revenue. And if y'all don't know, the CME stands for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They are the world's leader in derivatives. It doesn't get any bigger than derivatives. Y'all know how Coinbase just released their XRP futures contracts. That's a big deal because BlackRock is behind Coinbase, and we all know how huge BlackRock is. But it doesn't get any bigger than the CME. The CME handles more capital than BlackRock when it comes to transactions with derivatives. So I asked if you want to go over annual revenue. So in 2024, CME Group reported a total revenue of $6.13 billion. Most definitely, Ryan, I'm gonna get into it May 19th. And you already know I'm gonna be on top of it because I'm already a futures trader. I've been trading futures. If you go look at my shorts in my channel, that's all futures trading, CME products, NASDAQ, S&P. Those are all futures contracts. Just go look at my shorts. I've been doing this since I started my channel. But in 2024, the CME Group reported a total revenue of $6.13 billion. And they pretty much increase year in and year out. So they constantly increasing the revenue. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's scroll down. I asked ChatGPT, how much do they settle in transactions? Is it in the quadrillions? Which I already know this, but ChatGPT does a great job of just surfing and getting it together for you. It says the CME Group handles transactions, and we're going to get into, this is separate from the derivatives product, the contracts. If we're talking about tokenizing debt, so for y'all that own the digital asset, and we got to start separating the two. I do both. I own the digital assets, and then I'm a trader. So a lot of y'all aren't traders, but y'all watch me because y'all interested in trading. It's a big deal for me that they are coming out with futures products for XRP and other digital assets, because not only that I can hold the asset, I can also go leverage and hedge and grow my capital and not have to wait for the future price of XRP. I can go start making capital outpacing the growth of the digital asset. And that's what we're going to get into. But it says the CME handles transactions. This is separate than the contracts. With the total notional value reaching, get this, if y'all don't know, this is how much they handle, the CME Group. They handle a notional value reaching approximately $1 quadrillion. $1 quadrillion annually. It says this staggering figure reflects the immense scale of trading across various markets, including futures, options, and over-the-counter OTC derivatives. So it doesn't get any bigger than the CME Group, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. The notional value represents the total value of underlying assets in the derivatives contracts. For instance, a single futures contract might control a large amount of an asset, such as, they talking about gold, 100 troy ounces of gold or 1,000 barrels of crude oil, depending on the contract specifications. Given that the CME Group processes billions of such contracts annually, the cumulative notional value reaches the quadrillion dollar range. The vast volume, again, keyword, volume. Who y'all think is going to bring liquidity to XRP? Everybody has been speculating what's going to increase the price. Oh, the utility, which utility is going to bring value, but no. Price discovery is going to come from the futures derivatives markets. This applies to everything that's trading right now, even Bitcoin, even gold, even oil. If you don't believe me, I'm going to play the former chairman of the CFTC, who regulates the commodities markets and the futures markets. It says the vast volume underscores CME Group's pivotal role in global financial markets. They got a very pivotal role. This is a major institution, the CME, providing liquidity. Check it out. Here we go. The vast volume underscores CME Group's pivotal role in global financial markets, providing liquidity and risk management tools across various asset classes. And do you think that's going to be separate? Anything separate for the crypto market? It says CME Group profits rise as hedging demand lifts trading volume. Do y'all see that? Hedging demand lifts trading volume. Who has a demand for hedging? Have y'all ever asked that question? Who has a demand for these products? And y'all know the debt market, the entire global system is created on debt, is built on debt. And these debt products are very important to institutions. Not really the underlying asset. They're important, especially for us, but they want to be able to hedge, because hedging allows them to amplify, quadruple, magnify, whatever big word you want to use, their money. These CME derivatives allow institutions to take $1 billion and go make $100 billion in 1 year, if y'all understand what I'm saying. And it's affordable. They have affordable prices for retail investors. That's where that Nano XRP, the Micro XRP, those large contracts, they're not going to be for regular people. They're going to be for high net worth individuals and institutional investors. If y'all understand, y'all press 1 if y'all feeling what I'm saying or y'all understand. Give me some feedback, what y'all think. And I'm trying to lead y'all to the water, but I can't make y'all drink it. I asked ChatGPT, how much do they settle in transactions per year or per day? I asked ChatGPT, how much does the CME settle in transactions per day? And I asked it to be comprehensive. ChatGPT said the CME Group processed an immense volume of transactions, with the total notional value of these transactions reaching into the trillions of dollars per day. Trillions of dollars per day. And then he said, ChatGPT says, here's a comprehensive breakdown of their daily activity across various asset classes. And then it says the daily notional value of an asset class. They handle the interest rate swaps, the US repo market, the European repo, agriculture futures and options. That's one market. Energy futures and options. That's like oil, gas, etc. They handle the metals, gold, silver, copper, whatever metals, futures and options. Foreign exchange. So yes, they handle the FX markets. The dollar, the euro, the pound. Those all can be traded with they're all derivatives markets. That's what I'm trying to say. And then right here at the bottom, the crypto futures and options. So here we are. We at the very beginning of crypto futures. Now, if you just scroll up, Some of these things, they can't even calculate the daily volume. It just says not available, especially for like the interest rates, the US repo and the European repo. They can't even calculate the volume per day. But they can calculate, which we don't know what the true numbers are. They can calculate the annual value. So they speculate or they estimate that the interest rates 137 billion per year. The US repo almost 340 billion a year. The European Euro repo 274 billion per year. Agriculture 65 billion per year. These are all debt instruments, by the way. These are all debt instruments. Energy market 154 billion per year. And then down here at the very bottom, what y'all think the crypto market, like if everything is just outpacing crypto is a new asset class, a new market for them to bring futures contracts, etc., options, and they only doing 2.6 billion per year. Don't you think that's going to go up tremendously? Don't y'all think that's going to go up tremendously, especially with these XRP contracts? They already got Bitcoin and Ethereum futures, but definitely these other markets. What y'all think about that? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Let me see. It just pretty much say they do 1 quadrillion. So that's what I wanted to talk about. The CME, they do about 1 quadrillion in derivatives, or they have. Oh, that's what I want to say. So this is why I was saying don't get it confused. All these derivatives from all these different asset classes, they're going to eventually be tokenized. So there's 2 layers to this. One layer is being a trader, being able to go take advantage of these products, knowing this skill set, learning how to trade, learning technical analysis, learning fundamentals. And I'm talking about like fundamentally knowing how to trade. One aspect of this is learning the skill set and then going to trade, going to take advantage of fluctuations in these markets and profiting large amounts of money. And then the other side of this is holding the digital assets that will tokenize this whole entire market, which is XRP. So I'm expecting some type of partnership with Ripple and the CME group, because the CME group handles 1 quadrillion in derivatives. 1 quadrillion in derivatives. So all that is supposed to be tokenized. At the same time, these transactions that they handle, what they say, how much do they handle per year? I mean, per day? I forgot. Let me go back 1 second. 1 second. Okay, pretty much they handle trillions of dollars per day. Even this market right here, when they are settling transactions, what kind of transactions are they settling? Me as a trader, I go take out a trade, I day trade, I cash out same day. They have to process that transaction. So let's say I got $1,000 and then I turn $1,000 into $3,000 and I cash out the same day. When I cash out, I want my money now. I want it to go in my bank account. That entire process takes the same amount of time like the Swift network. It takes 3 to 5 business days for that to be processed. This stuff has to be sped up. So I'm expecting some type of partnership with the CME group to be working directly with Ripple to tokenize these assets, and them using Ripple's technology to speed up all of this trading that's going on. All these trillions of dollars of transactions. I'm anticipating them to speed that process up using blockchain technology. So remember, there's 2 sides to where I'm trying to get at. One side is the trader perspective. The other side is tokenization of derivatives, which is the ultimate goal of what Ripple is trying to do with XRP and also other blockchains. So with that being said, let's go over here to the CME website. If y'all don't know, y'all just tuning in and y'all didn't catch it. Introducing XRP and Micro XRP Futures, launching May 19th. That's less than a month. May 19th. We already seen the Coinbase launch of XRP futures contracts. So now the big dog, CME, who handles 1 quadrillion in transactions per day, per year, trillions of dollars per day, they are coming with their XRP futures contracts. And if y'all been watching me, I've always come to this website and showed y'all, hey, I trade the NASDAQ, I trade the S&P. I come to this website to get the current contract month. So let's take a little dive into the website and what this little article says. So it says, expand your crypto trading opportunities. Trade regulated, capital efficient futures on XRP. Keyword regulated. If y'all just joining, I already said, people used to ask me, do you trade crypto? I said no, because crypto isn't a regulated environment. It's not I will buy the asset, but I would not day trade it because it's not regulated. Now, here on May 19th, we will get an official regulated contract from the CME group. And we already got the Coinbase. So I will dabble in both. On Coinbase, I think that contract will be more affordable compared to what the CME is going to offer. Coinbase, the Nano contract, the Nano XRP, I think they're going to implement like 24/7 on Coinbase. CME right now is not 24/7 until they integrate with Ripple. But with Coinbase, they might implement 24/7 trading. This contract with the CME is not going to be 24/7 initially. So we got to wait for more details. They don't have all the details yet. It says these two contracts allow you to gain access or hedge against price volatility. Keywords. These two contracts, which is XRP and Micro XRP, if y'all don't know the difference, the micros are affordable contracts for retail. They offering y'all an affordable contract. So for those of y'all who are spread out into all these different assets, like 10 or more, which I have recently narrowed my portfolio down to less than three. Which are the major ones, the majors. But for y'all that like to trade meme coins or layer 2 crypto tokens to be looking for profits, like y'all want to buy and get out of them, y'all no longer have to do that. If y'all learn this skill set, you can pretty much narrow your portfolio down. And I'm not giving financial advice. This is what I think. You can narrow your portfolio down to the major cryptocurrencies: XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR. Some might say Solana. Whatever you think is your top cryptocurrencies, you can narrow your portfolio down, consolidate it, learn this skill set, and you can be able to hedge against price volatility. And who is this for? These two contracts allow you to gain access or hedge against price volatility without requiring a crypto wallet. That's a key word right there. Allowing retail or people or institutions the ability to hedge against volatility. And they're saying without requiring a crypto wallet. So that right there tells me this is for the people who aren't savvy enough, old school traditional investors, old school traditional traders who are into crypto. My mentor, the person that I learned how to do TA from, he hates crypto. He does not like cryptocurrency because he thinks it's a scam and he thinks it's the mark of the beast. But this is just the way of the world. The world is going to be evolving. If you don't think the dollar, the current system we under, is the mark of the beast, then why would you think crypto is going to be? Yes, it's going to give more control, but it's either get down or lay down. What else you going to do? What else y'all going to do? So this is going to be for those old school traditional traders who are high net worth individuals and savvy traders. They're going to want to trade this without having the ability to deal with the blockchain side, going to an exchange, buying the crypto asset, putting it in the wallet, cold storage wallet, writing down QR codes and 24 seed phrases. This is for people who don't want to do that. But guess what? My community, the people that's watching, we are savvy enough to do both. The blockchain, don't get it confused neither. These products that I'm showing you right here, they're not going to be more valuable than the underlying assets. So for y'all that own the digital assets, y'all are going to be unicorns. Y'all are going to be, you're going to be put into a different category of investor because you were savvy enough to buy these coins and these tokens ahead of time. This right here makes me excited because I'm a trader. A lot of y'all aren't traders, but if you learn the skill set, you can start dabbling into this. It says key features of the XRP, micro XRP derivatives. It says manage exposure to XRP using financial settled contracts in USD. That's for us in America. If y'all are out the country, if you hold the digital asset, this is still big for you. But if you're in America, we have the ability to go trade this. If y'all are not in the United States, you won't have access to this until your country brings some type of derivative to your country on your registered exchanges. It also says trade in our reliable CFTC regulated. That's what I mean. If y'all ever watch the beginning of my live stream, I pull up a disclaimer directly from the CFTC. I've been doing this since I started doing live streams. Directly from the CFTC. I'm already in compliance. I'm not going outside the rules. I'm in compliance. How else would I know to do that? I know that for a reason. I've been in this I've been doing this. I've been in this market for years now. But it says trade out in our reliable CFTC regulated marketplace featuring transparent pricing, not none of that bullshit pricing that you're going to get from unregulated exchanges. Exchanges that are not regulated, they all offer different pricing. And they're also getting over on you. But not in this environment. It has to be regulated. It says tailor positions with your choice of larger and micro size XRP contracts. Do not sleep on micro contracts. They are very powerful. They can help you scale up to get into the larger contract, which will be just XRP futures from the CME. You can start off by trading micros to eventually scale into the larger contract, which is the XRP derivative. And then also it says, enjoy the flexibility of going long or going short. So when I'm doing my live streams and I'm showing y'all XRP breakdowns, like when I'm intraday, for example, when I go down below a daily time frame and I'm showing y'all, hey, this what happened in the market. And I'm looking at the market from going to a sell program to a buy program, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, just showing you up and down price action. Well, you're going to be able to be flexible and go long or short trading these contracts. So no longer should y'all be complaining about the price of XRP if y'all just learn how to trade. Learn how to trade. You will no longer worry about, oh, this needs to hurry up. I ain't going to be complaining. I'm not going to be complaining. As long as XRP becomes liquid with institutional capital, I'm not going to be complaining because I'm going to be taking advantage in both directions. And I've been showing y'all this before this even became a thing. This is brand new news. This came out this week. A few days ago or a day ago from Brad Garlinghouse. I need to pull that up as well. Let me pull up that Brad Garlinghouse tweet. If y'all just joined, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe. Click the link in the description for the Patreon. And how's everybody doing on this good old Friday, this Good Friday? So this is what Brad Garlinghouse posted yesterday. Let me select it. Go ahead and select it. Directly from the CME group. Starting May 19th, trade regulated capital efficient futures on XRP available in larger and micro-sized contracts. You can scale your exposure with greater precision and flexibility. And Brad Garlinghouse reposted it and he made his comment. He said, while overdue in a bunch of ways, this is an incredible, important, and exciting step in the continued growth of the XRP market. directly from the CEO of Ripple, which I already know he knew this was coming. He knew this was coming. This ain't news to him. This is all strategic. All these things are being rolled out strategically. Nothing new. They already knew this. And notice he didn't repost. Did he repost? I didn't see it. I don't feel like hunting it down, but I don't think he reposted the one from Coinbase. Or did he? I didn't look that hard. Yes, he did. He just retweeted it. He didn't give his comments to it. He retweeted it. So here we are, institutional liquidity coming to the XRP platform. Coinbase, we are excited, and this was last week or a few weeks ago. We are excited to announce that the Coinbase derivatives, and look how they are popping these up. Like, it's not last minute, but they're popping them up quickly, and they're going live quickly. May 19th is going to be here sooner than later. It's going to come here in a blink of an eye. With less than a month, that derivative is going to hit the market, and quietly, when those things go live, quietly institutions are going to be coming into the market. That's their opportunity to come into the market. And notice this is way before regulations. This is happening way before federal regulations with Congress. So institutions are on the move. They're going to move before Congress and regulations. So by us watching this and seeing it play out in real time, we have the advantage of knowing what's going on. They're putting it right here in our face without really making too much noise. I don't think a lot of people understand how big the derivatives market is. I just showed y'all. CME alone controls over $1 quadrillion in derivatives, or they handle that much in transactions. All that needs to be tokenized. Let's come back to the website, CME website. They have not released all the contract specifications. They're pretty much saying, get updates as they become available. Well, we got less than a month left, so it says pretty much subscribe to receive updates and additional info as the launch date report. So if y'all want to come to CME and y'all want to stay ahead of any updates dealing with these futures contracts, you can come over here, fill in your information, which I'm not going to do that. They're just going to drop them, and I'm going to be ready to take an advantage. But so far, these are the only specs that they have for the contract. So the CME is coming out with two forms of XRP contracts. They're coming out with the XRP Futures, and when you go to TradingView, you're going to type in XRP, and you're going to select the CME contract. They're going to have several different versions. Like, they're going to have the XRP Coinbase. They're going to have XRP CME. So whatever platform that you're using, you're going to select the CME. And then I'm going to get into, hopefully they go to more platforms. I was reading that they're only going to Robinhood initially. So I don't deal with Robinhood, but they got futures, they got crypto futures over on Robinhood. So I'm going to get into that in a minute. But they got two contracts, the XRP futures and the Micro XRP Futures. And then look at the ticker. So whenever these go live, these are the tickers you're going to look for. You're going to look for XRP or MXRP. The M stands for micro. Initially, I'm going to start off with the micros because I can run up some micros and they're affordable. And then if y'all ever get rich and wealthy in XRP, these are the regular contracts. The larger contract, which is XRP futures, that's going to be reserved for high net worth individuals, large institutions. They're going to be trading in and out of this. It says the contract size. So when you take out a contract for one of these tokens, and when they release more specs, we will see how much they cost. But when you take out one XRP contract, you're initially managing 50,000 XRP. Leverage, margin, that's how much you're going to be managing. Some of y'all in this chat hold 50,000. Some of y'all in this chat hold more than 50,000 of the token. So, excuse me. So imagine holding the token, which most people won't even be able to, most retail, the average investor won't be able to take out a $50,000, take out a contract and manage 50,000 worth of XRP. But then there's some of us that hold that much XRP. Again, retail who don't buy the digital assets, these products are for them. These things are going to be reserved for them. So the micro, you're essentially managing 2,500 contract size. Some of y'all got that. Some of y'all don't. Do I need to come to the XRP rich list? Do I need to come to the XRP rich list? I'll do that in a minute. And that's pretty much it on that page. Now we could come look at the press release. Let's go look at the press release that they released. It's a little document. It says CME Group to expand crypto derivative suite with the launch of XRP Futures. That was yesterday. Chicago. This is coming directly from Chicago. The CME Group, the world's leading derivatives marketplace, today announced plans to launch XRP Futures on May 19th, pending regulatory review. Now, this was interesting to me. Pending regulatory review. So I'm of the belief that the CFTC has already approved this. Or they probably haven't, but for them to go ahead and announce this, the biggest derivative platform in the world, already going ahead and moving forward and announcing this, I feel like the CFTC has already approved it. So what's pending when it comes to regulatory review? Is that dealing with regulations? Y'all let me know in the chat. Could that possibly be the federal regulations? Because I feel like this is already approved by the CFTC, which is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Y'all let me know what y'all think. It says market participants will have the choice to trade both a micro size contract, which is micro XRP, and a larger size contract, which is the large XRP. It says as innovation in the digital asset landscape continues to evolve, market participants continue to look to regulated derivatives products. Like me, I've been looking for regulated derivatives products, not like the unregulated exchanges. I've been looking for a regulated environment where we can trade regulated derivatives. And it says participants continue to look for a regulated derivatives product to manage risk across a wider range of tokens. The global head of cryptocurrency products at the CME Group, he said interest in XRP and its underlying ledger, XRPL, has steadily increased as institutional and retail adoption for the network grows. And we are pleased to launch these new futures contracts to provide a capital efficient tool set to support clients' investment and hedging strategies. If y'all follow my Patreon, I'm teaching y'all strategy. Let me go over to the Patreon. Oh, I got to give y'all the sneak peek. I ain't give y'all the sneak peek yet. I pretty much got my pro lessons coming where I'm teaching strategy. I'm giving y'all strategy. So the pro lessons are coming where I'm going into strategy, and those strategies you could be applying to these futures markets. It said the CME Group XRP futures will be cash settled and based on the CME CF XRP dollar reference rate, which serves as a once a day reference rate for the US dollar price of XRP and is calculated daily at 4 p.m. London time. XRP futures will join the company's cryptos product suite that includes Bitcoin, Ethereum futures and options, as well as recently launched Solana. So they're about to only have 4 crypto products on the market from the CME: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. Only 4 crypto products that the CME offer currently. Let me read down. It says bringing CME Group XRP futures to Robinhood. So boom, Robinhood. I'm gonna look at Robinhood in a minute. It says bringing CME Group XRP futures to Robinhood is a natural next step in our mission to expand retailer access to futures trading. The VP and GM of futures and international at Robinhood, our customers have shown a deep interest in digital assets. and they will soon be able to access an even wider variety of crypto futures to complement Robinhood's existing spot crypto offerings. Soon, customers will be able to trade 40 futures products on Robinhood using our one-of-a-kind mobile trading ladder, giving them the speed and precision typically reserved for institutional traders. So let's go to Robinhood right quick. Robinhood, I don't deal with Robinhood. They're currently not integrated with TradingView neither. I thought they were. But they're not integrated with TradingView at the moment. And I'm hoping, because they're not integrated with TradingView, I'm hoping that other futures brokers will offer XRP futures from the CME. So if we come to Robinhood, and let's go to what we offer right here at the top. And then we scroll down, it says invest, crypto, retirement options. Let's look at futures. Remember, crypto is the spot asset. You want to look at the futures markets. And you want to scroll down, and then what do they offer? Right here. It says choose your future. So they got stock indexes like the NASDAQ, S&P. They got energy markets, crude oil, natural gas, micro natural gas. They got currencies, euros, the Japanese yen, the British pound, Australian dollar. They got the metals, gold. They got micro gold. They got silver, micro silver, copper, micro copper. They got the major metals, and then crypto. So XRP futures from the CME is coming to Robinhood. It's currently not listed, but currently Robinhood offers Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin, Ethereum, and micro Ethereum, and then soon to be XRP. So that's what they're saying. That's the first platform that they're going to go to. That's the first platform they're going to go to. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe if y'all brand new. It says XRP was purpose built for real financial use case. So don't get that twisted right here. Don't get it confused. These products are not the underlying asset. It's just a market where we can go take advantage of volatility in the market and profit from. But it says XRP purpose was built for real financial use cases, and today facilitates global value transfers through a fast, low cost XRP ledger. It says XRP futures will be listed on and subject to rules of the CME. For more information, and that's pretty much that article right there. And that's it from the CME on their website. Let me go to cryptocurrency. They just launched Solana, and they don't have many crypto products, but it's limited. That's also telling as well, like which markets are here to stay. Just come to the CME. They letting you know which markets are here to stay. I wanted to come play this video right quick from the former CFTC chairman. Let me come over here right quick. If y'all haven't seen this yet, I'm gonna go ahead and play this so y'all can get a better understanding of what the futures markets and the derivatives markets mean for the underlying asset, which is XRP or whatever you're invested in. So let's play this video right quick. It's gonna be real brief. It says, what are your thoughts on cryptocurrencies? These are questions to the former chairman of the CFTC. 1 second.
As I explained to your audience today, I see crypto as much more than just a new asset class, but really a new architecture of finance, a new way of establishing who owns what and who's transferring what to whom, using the internet as the basis for establishment of that value, as opposed to the individual balance sheets of proprietary institutions. It's a new architecture, a new protocol for establishing value.
So the question they about to ask him is, what about the derivatives on crypto? Pay close attention to what this man is about to say. This man is coming from the horse's mouth. He's letting you know exactly how these markets become liquid and have price discovery. So listen very closely. If you're hard of listening, listen very closely.
In any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivative markets. Mature derivative.
Did y'all catch that? I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it again for the people in the back that are slow. I'm not calling y'all slow. I'm just messing with y'all. It says the price is set in the derivatives markets and not the physical markets that a lot of y'all are saying like, oh, supply and demand. No, there is a supply and demand aspect to these crypto tokens, but that doesn't set the price. That's why I was always of the opinion that price was separate from utility. Price is separate from utility. That it had the price, all the fundamental news that hits the market had no impact on price throughout the years and throughout the months and leading up to right now. All of that fundamental positive information, Ripple working with central banks, partnerships, all of that stuff didn't have no impact on the price because institutional capital didn't come to the market. So I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all. Pay close attention.
In any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivative markets. Mature derivative markets are essential for price discovery because it's the one place that all the buyers and sellers can come together to agree on price. That's why the price of gold is not set in a jewelry shop. It's set in the derivatives market. The price of wheat is not set at a grain elevator. It's set in the derivative markets. The price of oil is not set at the gas pump. It's set in the derivative markets. So establishing well-functioning, healthy derivatives for crypto will provide a solid basis for price discovery and price setting for crypto. As I explained to your audience today,
All right, hopefully y'all understood that. The prices of all these commodities, even the gas that you pump at your pump. This is the former chairman of the CFTC. He has just as much power as the current chairman of the SEC or Gary Gensler. He has just as much power over what he does. Everybody is lost and confused about SEC this, SEC that. No, CFTC, because XRP and crypto are commodities. They're commodities. They're not securities. They're commodities. So the people that's going to be over the commodities are the CFTC. And that's why you're starting to see these futures derivatives products start to hit the market. What's up, Jay Manson? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Just tuning in. Hopefully everybody's having a great Friday. Again, I'm just going to be brief. I'm not going to be too much longer. I'll probably go live tomorrow or Sunday. I just had to get this out of what this means for us traders. People that want to learn how to trade, y'all sign up for that Patreon. I'm teaching lessons. I'm already in production of the pro lessons. Let's come back over here and take a look at XRP. What I want to do now is let's go down intraday. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go down from the daily down to the 1 hour. And this is what I mean when these products hit the market. Oh, before I do that, before I go do all this right quick, let's go ahead and go over here and look at something that's already live. So right here, this is the Nano XRP. The Nano XRP from Coinbase is live. It's only been live for 5 days. It's only been live for 5 days. And what this is doing is it's reflecting the price of the underlying asset over here, XRP. It's reflecting it. It's a futures contract. Go out to the daily. This is the underlying asset, XRP, right here. And then this is the Nano contract, XRP. Yes, there's no data over here because this thing just hit the market and it's not liquid enough. We're waiting for the institutional capital. That's why it's looking like this. It's not liquid, and these contracts expire as well. They expire every quarter. So every 3 months, these contracts will expire. I think in crypto, it might be every month. I know in the traditional market, it's every 3 months, like the NASDAQ and the S&P. But what it's doing is reflecting. So do you see the current candle right here? That's Friday's trading. And then to the left of it was Thursday trading. So let's come over and look at the Nano. Okay, Friday's trading is slightly off. They're not quite the same, but they trade similar. So look at the current candle and then look at yesterday's Thursday. It sold off, did that wild swing. Same thing happened in the underlying asset. Sold off, did a wild swing yesterday. And now the market is just consolidating. So what we're doing is we're waiting for that institutional capital. Remember, this is the Coinbase version as well, but we need that regulatory, what they said, what did they call them? Come back over here. 1 second. They told me in this right quick. Oh, it says pending regulatory review. And this is from the CME. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that Coinbase needs that regulatory review as well, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. I already feel like if they're releasing this product, if Coinbase released this product, this is already approved and ready to go. So are we getting close to regulations in the summer from Congress? What y'all think? Y'all let me know. Can we possibly get regulations from Congress in the summertime? Y'all let me know in the chat, because I don't know it all. Let me know in the chat. What y'all think? But that's what I want to look at. It's only been less than a week. Let's go out to the weekly time frame for this XRP contract. It says stablecoin come first. Hey, you say stablecoin come first, but look how these futures contracts and these derivatives hitting the market. This is something completely different than stablecoins. These contracts, these derivatives products hitting the market is something completely different than stablecoins. Not, of course, that's common sense, but they're already rolling out with these products quietly. They're not waiting for, it says pending for regulatory review, but this is already live ahead of any stablecoin. So that's why I say, could this shit get sped up within in the summertime before May 19th? I don't know. You said BOSSVISION version. What's up? Let me read these comments. Oh, what's up, Airborne? What's up, Excalibur? Is this where to sign up and learn from you? What are you talking about? The Patreon? Excalibur, you said Trump told him to have the stablecoin regs by August. That could mean by May, shit. But I don't know. Maybe they sneak the market structure bill in there before the stablecoin. Hey, I only bring this stuff up because we're already moving. I mean, these derivatives. Listen, I'm a trader. I've been waiting for this shit for forever. If you come back to the CME, I can't tell y'all how many live streams I took y'all to the CME where I go look at the market, showed y'all. I done did training videos with this, but I always was the opinion that these products that right here, the CME and Coinbase, I didn't see these coming until after regulations. No, I just speculated on that. I didn't know when these would release. These things are going live ASAP, before any type of regulations, before any type of stablecoin bill. These things are going live. And if y'all just joining, I just played a video of the former chairman of the CFTC. He told y'all, the prices are set by the derivatives of any asset, any commodity. The prices are set by the derivatives markets, not by the physical products, not by physical gold, not by physical oil. No, the prices are set by the derivatives. And these things are going live ASAP. We already got one live. Let me go check to see if the XRL, which is the Coinbase big contract. Hey, y'all say you hope we do. Hey, things are moving fast. When okay, from my perspective, we all got different perspectives. Respectfully, from my perspective, by the launch of these derivatives products, these futures contracts, it's go time. It's go time for me, because that's a signal that institutional capital is ready to go. That's just my opinion. That's a signal for me that, okay, because if y'all never traded the NASDAQ, the S&P futures contracts, those markets are super liquid, and they have to be super liquid. All that panic and fear in the stock market, that's another reason why I don't buy stocks. I'm not a fan of stocks like that, because I can go take advantage of the futures markets In the futures markets, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow Jones, those markets drive the price of the entire stock market. The debt market drives the entire price of the entire stock market. So buying individual stocks is very, it's hit and miss when you can just go jump in the pool where all the liquidity is. Just buying one stock of Tesla or Amazon or Google, yeah, you can, that's a long-term thing. There's liquidity in those markets. Like, for example, what's the highest, which stock has the biggest, largest market cap? Y'all tell me in the chat. Which stock has the largest market cap? We don't give a damn about Oregon. Oregon isn't going to get it right at the end of the day. So Oregon is just playing. I'm not worried about that law docs. Oregon declared XRP a security. What the federal law say? What are these institutions are doing? So if Oregon decides they want to stand alone in this battle, that's a losing battle. I don't give a damn what Oregon is talking about. Oregon clearly is going backwards. What's up, Lenny? Appreciate you joining. Lenny, if you're just joining, go back and watch this. This is a good video or live streaming. You didn't miss the whole show, but definitely go back and watch the replay. And Airborne, if you was asking me Airborne, the link in the description, yes. Patreon, yes. Sign up for it. If y'all want to learn the skill set so we can go take advantage of these markets. Let me come back. I lost my train of thought right quick, but let's get back on track. So being able to learn this skill set, we can dive a little bit closer to the market. What I've been doing initially all the time. Right now, y'all tell me in the comments, what's the market profile on a 1 hour time frame? What's the current market profile? Yes, Lenny, huge. To me, in my honest opinion, Lenny, it's bigger than Coinbase announcing it. Coinbase was huge because we all know who's behind Coinbase. Or if you don't know who's behind Coinbase, BlackRock is behind Coinbase. But even BlackRock doesn't handle the derivatives market like the CME group. The CME group is the derivatives market. Yes, consolidation. Currently, we're in consolidation. What I want to do now is we want to look at what happened on Thursday. So you see the swing high right there? That's Thursday buy side liquidity right there. And then below the market, sell side liquidity from yesterday. So we're framing up the market. You got to have some type of framework. Market always seeks liquidity. So now we're inside of this range after dropping down to that discount on the daily. Yes, the market is in a consolidation. What kind of condition is it? What's the condition? Friday. By looking at this tight consolidation, there's going to be a very strong impulse move inbound. Y'all get ready for it. What condition is the market trading in? Go down to a 15-minute. Not high frequency, high resistance. It's in a high resistance liquidity condition, meaning you see yesterday's price action where it expanded higher. I think it shot up to about 223 and then it retraced, went inside of a range, and now it's tightly consolidating. And how do you determine high resistance compared to low resistance? High resistance is when, look at the bodies of the candles and then look at the wicks. They're doing a lot of damage, large wicks, a lot of swinging back and forth, a lot of retracing, a lot of choppiness. That's high resistance conditions. This is not a market condition that I like to trade in because the likelihood of price falling is high. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight some buy side liquidity. We got equal highs above the market. So yes, we could see some price action in Asia. So be on the lookout if y'all are watching price in Asia. We got buy side liquidity left behind during the New York AM session. We got equal highs, AM session in the lunch hour. Equal highs, buy side liquidity, and we got previous day's high. I'm currently bullish on price. So I want to see price come up and take out liquidity above the market. From the 5 minutes, go down to let's highlight the sell side liquidity right here. We got sell side liquidity that left behind in the market. right there. Again, price is algorithmic. They repeat over and over again. Sell side liquidity that happened during the AM session, New York AM session. Clone that. Let's go over here to the Asia session from last night. We had Asia session, sell side liquidity. So we got some liquidity below the market that we could come seek. And right now we're just chopping back and forth. Let me see, 130 right here. It is currently 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the day is over. The next session will begin at Asia. Next session begins at Asia. So we got buy side liquidity above the market. And we got sell side liquidity that they left behind in the PM session. Right there, sell side liquidity. You already can see the market starting to move higher. We're also inside of a macro as well. We're also inside of a macro. We just began a new hour. So from the 15 minutes, go down to the 5 minute. And you can see the high resistance condition. I'm going to want to see price get up higher, take out the buy side liquidity that I just outlined. And these are the concepts that you will learn in the Patreon if y'all sign up. And if y'all are already signed up, things should start making a little bit more sense to you how I outline it. What is this right here? Y'all tell me what kind of candle is this right here? This down closed candle. What kind of candle is that? There you go, Lenny. It's a bullish order block. It's a bullish order block. It's actually a propulsion block, but I haven't taught that one yet. It's similar to an order block, but it's a propulsion block. You got to get the concepts behind it. So from the 5 minute, I'm just going to stay on the 5 minute. I'm not going to drop any lower. That's a 5 minute order block, bullish order block. It could potentially drop down there, trigger limit orders, and let's see if it wants to continue higher. We got buy side liquidity up. These are the kind of concepts and the trading style that we will be doing once these derivatives contracts start going live. You've seen me do this before. A lot of y'all already know, been watching me for months. Y'all been seeing me outline this all the time. But when these products go live, we're going to be in the market. I'm going to make an exclusive where I'm going to probably be giving signals to these future contracts. Y'all are going to be watching retail complain about the price of XRP, whether it's consolidating, whether it's bearish, whether it's bullish. During those times, like right now, the market is consolidating. I already showed y'all on the weekly time frame. The market is in the consolidation, but we can still take advantage of small fluctuations, volatility in the market. You already see, I already called for the market to go higher. You can see what it's currently doing after hours. Y'all been watching me do this forever. And when these contracts go live, these same rules, these same concepts will apply, and we're going to be making money. We can do that now in other markets, but it makes it more exciting for the crypto community. And I'm trying to introduce that to the crypto community. Most people are hyped about the news, but they're not going to be participating in the actual ETFs. They're not going to be participating in the actual futures markets. I'm going to be in here with the institutions. Retail are going to just be sitting on their hands waiting for price to do something. And it's going to do something, but if we just drop out to the 6 month time frame, if we just drop out to a 6 month time frame, we already know, okay, 2 of these candles take 1 year to complete. You're only gonna get 2 candles on the 6 month time frame to complete 1 year. You know how long and drawn out that is? That's a long term. Not saying we're not gonna start moving higher real fastly or real fast, but again, if you're a long-term investor, you just got to sit back and wait. What's up, Texas Plates? If you just joined the Texas Plates, I'm about to wrap it up here shortly, but definitely go back and watch the beginning of the live stream. I went in depth, and I most likely will come back tomorrow. We're going to continue to watch these, how these futures contracts play out. I'm a futures trader, and we're trying to bridge that gap for retail traders to start learning a different skill set, because I have a whole business model around this. You can even ask ChatGPT how to make you a trading business model. If y'all haven't done that, go ask ChatGPT, how can I create a business around trading? Is trading a valid business? Yes, it is. What do you need? It's a low overhead business as well. I got several business ideas I want to do, but this is the main one that I want to do because it don't take long to run up some money, etc. You say, hell no, you want to make this money? How I'm about to leave? Hey man. Just go back and watch the live stream. You still can make some money. But look how price is doing exactly what I wanted to do. Don't be surprised. And I'm already forecasting that we about to get some type of impulse, some type of liquidity and injection to push the markets higher. That's what we're about to get. Do we get it before May ends or do we get it at the beginning of May? Y'all see y'all about the money? Shout out to y'all. If y'all about that money, shout out to y'all. But I'm trying to think what else can I cover. I think I pretty much covered everything. Again, I'm not trying to give too much. Look at price doing what it do. Moving higher. This order block right here. Let me give y'all some advanced concepts. See this order block? Soon as you spot an order block, you got to understand what order flow is doing. As soon as you spot an order block, this candle right here, you see this candle? It trades up, touches it. That activates the order block. That activates it. So you see price trade lower, it closes. Okay. We drop back down to that higher time frame discount on that daily. And then price starts to move higher. It closes right here. And then this candle opens, creates a low. It trades higher, touches the order block. That activates the order block. And then it comes back down to close. This candle right here touches it again. It's already active. So the whole time that it's trading up, boom, boom, you can already have limit orders set and you're already in the market. You're already in the market. And then what does price do? It trades away from it. Now, let's say you missed that. You're not fast enough to get in while it's below the order block. Then you wait for it to come back to it, tag you in again. If you was late to this. So there's many ways you can use that order block. And then also I'm looking at this little BOSSVISION right here. Y'all getting that Patreon exclusive. If you're already in the Patreon, this is just mentorship for you. This is just mentorship. And then what I want to see, and then also the conditions, high resistance. So what I want to see is it start to move away. We got this right here. Look at this CME right here. We could trade up into that, make that efficient. We got a CME just above the market that we didn't trade to. They didn't make it efficient, so we can refer back to it. And then eventually I want to see us cut through it, take out the liquidity, because I'm always going to seek the liquidity in price. Let's go down to a 1 minute. On a 1 minute time frame right here. We're trading down inside of a BOSSVISION. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. I can't wait for these futures contracts to go live so that I can stunt. I ain't trying to stunt on nobody, but I can't wait for people to be complaining about price and it's not doing what they expected to do, or at the end of the year, it's not price. XRP isn't $25. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be very disappointing. But guess what? In these conditions with these futures contracts, you can go run up a bag real quick. Go run up a bag real quick. And then you won't be bothered about how long price is taking. You won't be bothered by it because you're making money. As long as you're making money, you should be happy. Let's go out to the 5 minute. And again, if y'all just joined, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the Patreon if y'all want to learn these skills and these techniques in this analysis. Ryan, you say you got to take that step to start trading. Time to run that bag up. Join the Patreon, Ryan. Click that link in the description. I got people in here that's already in there. They're not gonna, it's not no bullshit. It ain't no like, I feel like I'm giving you, it's like an exchange. So I got my price tag and then you're actually getting value in exchange. It's not like you're not getting value. You're going to definitely take something from it. I'm not no type of person to run. I don't need to do this. But again, there's so many people uninformed about this. I started my whole journey before I came to crypto. I was already a trader, Forex, futures. So for me to bridge that gap for people that's in crypto, when I came to crypto, I was just like, damn, so many of these people lost. They don't understand how these markets operate. So people are going to need this gap to understand, okay, it's more to it than just trading meme coins and buying JPEGs and shit like that. No, y'all are lost. Come over here to the traditional financial markets and understand how this stuff works. Again, like I just highlighted to y'all, we can trade away from it, come back down to it. Just like that. Come back down to it. You was already in it. And if you missed it, you can wait for it to come back down to it just like that. And then eventually, I've shown y'all many times how price can start moving away from it. Also, the midway point of it is called the mean threshold of the fair value gap. The mean threshold of the fair value gap. If we trade below that, then the likelihood of it failing is high. And I'm talking about trade below it and close. I want to stay above the midway point of the order block. Oh, you good, Ryan? Shout out to you. You good. I ain't tripping on that. Again, by identifying the conditions of the market, we can anticipate this deep retracement, all that, because high resistance conditions, high resistance. The market is most likely always going to be in high resistance conditions because retail are unaware of it. They are unaware of these conditions, and it's frustrating. Let me go see what the 15-minute talking about. Got to zoom out right quick. 15-minute. Let's go out to the 1 hour. 1 hour being very choppy, very volatile, tight consolidation. And that's what I mean. When I was on the hourly time frame, I asked y'all, what's the market profile right now? What condition is it in? Y'all told me consolidation and it's high resistance. And then, okay, I already told y'all, by understanding that, if you zoom out, you can know that the market is most likely going to fail once you go down to lower time frames. And that's what you're seeing on this 5 minute. High resistance is really struggling to push higher, but eventually it will break these conditions. But this is just a script that the algorithm runs. It's a script. I've seen these conditions over and over again. Over and over again. It's a script. It's taking its time. Also, it's the end of the day. You got to understand what time of the day it is. It's a Friday. It's the end of the week. And it's the end of the day. So I'm not expecting much from price. I already told y'all, I'm expecting April to end quietly, or, you know, just consolidate and range back and forth to end April. And I want to see how we close that monthly candle, April. And then I want to see how we open up in May. So always keeping that higher time frame narrative, that higher time frame bias in mind. But I definitely appreciate y'all joining, man. Also, if we decide to go lower, we already know where the orders are in the market. So high resistance, very choppy, not a fun day to be in the market based on the economic calendar. Let's go back out to the economic calendar. Friday. It's just the end of the week, end of the day. And then next week, we got some high impact news. Pretty much not going to be fun. Non-farm payroll stands for not for professionals. So we're going to be out the market by Wednesday next week. And that's also the end of the month. So keep your expectations low. We only got a few more days left in the month. And today, market just chopping around. Not just go touch grass, go zoom out, or go learn something like my Patreon. So With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all joining. I'll probably go live tomorrow. If we get any type of excitement, I'll tap back in. I'll definitely go live Sunday. Hopefully this was insightful for y'all, because, you know, I'm trying to bridge that gap for traders in crypto. You know, I'm trying to bring more people into the trading community that's in crypto. So hopefully this was insightful. If y'all missed it, go back and watch the live stream, and hopefully you learned something today. But I definitely appreciate y'all joining. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out.